Welcome into episode 12 of the Coach Ollie Smith Show here in 2025, brought to you by Bobby Ledbetter and the folks at Twin City Used Cars. Coach, a great 42-0 win last week over Fultondale, a big win to close out the regular season.
Hey, it was big for our team. Our program as a whole was excited for the seniors to go out that way.
It was a slow start offensively, missed some scoring opportunities there, but finally got it rolling.
Absolutely, man. Our kids, they stayed with it. It's almost, I guess you could say, the tale of two halves.
Well, and we've talked about it often, but really a spark in the kicking game and the return game for you as well. We'll see a video of that from Zion in a few minutes, but that's kind of been the trend in the games that you've been able to win.
Yes, and let's hope that continue going down the stretch here. But our kids do a good job of operating in the special team game.
Your defense not only forced 2 turnovers, but gave up less than 100 yards of total offense in the first half. I think less than 150 overall, so a really good outing for your defense.
Absolutely. Coach Lumpkin and Coach Thompson and those guys over on that side of the ball did a great job of having the kids prepared and ready to play.
And so a big win. We're going to come back in segment 2, and we're going to look at the players and the plays from week 10, game 10 of the regular season after this word from Twin City Used Cars.
Hey Titan fans, this is Coach Ollie Smith. Are you looking for a great deal on a used car? At Twin City Used Cars in Gaston, they have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles to fit your budget and lifestyle. And they offer competitive pricing to make sure you drive away with comfort. Visit them today at Twin City Used Cars in Gaston or view their inventory online at twincityusedcars.com. At Twin City, your next car is waiting for you. Go Titans.
Welcome back to segment 2 here of the Coach Ollie Smith Show. Coach, as we come back to segment 2, every week we talk about the City of Gadsden player of the game. This week it was senior Ty Sims who had a big night for you on both sides of the ball, but especially on offense.
Yeah, Ty did a great job for us. He's working his tail off to be able to play both sides of the football. He's doing a really good job. I think he had 2 scores in receiving and maybe 2 in rushing. So he did an excellent job for us.
Did a really good job. Going to look at some of those plays as we come up. So the little video rewind of the game, they were kind of moving the football, and then as he did in week 1 of the regular season, in week 10 of the regular season, Braden Kittle with a big play. This time, though, not a sack, an interception.
Yes, hey, Braden doing a good job. Hey, he's got a knack for the football, always around the football, and he was able to get a turnover and stuff. Kind
of see that play from his outside linebacker position as you're watching at home. And then you come in on a screen pass to Ty, and call it a run if you want. It's a screen pass. He catches it and does some nifty moves to get that first touchdown of the game.
Yeah, I told him, going in when he caught that, it was a little renders of T.J. Worthy.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
So he did a really good job. He's been itching to get a chance to tote the football, and so he glad that he could get that opportunity.
Then a little bit later in the half, Sam kind of does a little bit of a scramble drill and sees Ty in the back of the end zone and floats one up to old number 6 for his second touchdown of the night.
Yeah, man. He, normally he was saying, hey, don't throw it back across your body, but he kind of put a lot of air under that thing and got it over there and caught him in the back of the end zone.
It's about 8 yards deep in the end zone, right in front of the goalpost when he caught it.
Absolutely.
So that gives you kind of a comfortable cushion there. You go into halftime and you're like, hey, we need some momentum. Always coming out of halftime, when you need momentum, number 7 is the guy. And they kick it off to Zion, and as I said, I think on the broadcast, I said, and the Red Sea parted, and Zion was off to the races.
Yeah, I think that once he hit that thing, he took it off. He took off. He looked back like, is anybody going to chase with me? But it was nobody nowhere near him. But yeah, he did an excellent job about pressing it in the middle and then finding that little crease to go.
So Ty has another touchdown in the second half. I'm not going to watch the video of that one. And then you've got Kai, who runs a touchdown in himself later in the ballgame as well.
Yes, right there in the goal line area, man, and did a really good job of seeing it and then getting right up inside the CB gap area and getting in the end zone.
And try to give the defense some love here a little bit later in the game. Zymar gets an interception for himself. I think they're going toward the field house side, and Zamar's playing that safety spot.
Yes, they threw it up, man. He did a good job of high pointing the ball, and he got up the field, and I thought he was going to take it to the house. It would have been big for him, but he didn't. But did a really good job of intercepting the football.
And I think from your perspective, team's perspective, got a lot of young guys some experience in a varsity game Friday night as well.
Absolutely.
Thursday night as well.
Absolutely. We were excited about being able to get those guys some playing time and getting some extra reps, going into this to the playoffs.
Well, that'll do it for segment 2. We'll be back to look at round 1 of the playoffs in just a moment. Welcome back to segment 3 of the Coach Ollie Smith Show here on week 12, round 1 of the playoffs, Coach. And always good to be back in the playoffs. Even more importantly, good to be home as the number 2 seed.
Absolutely. This is a new season. Coaches, people always talk about, the playoffs is, man, it's a new season. And, that don't go, lightly for us. You get a great opportunity for the kids, the student body,
sure,
the community, the coaches. Your hard work throughout the off season get rewarded by getting in the playoffs.
20th season of Titan football, 13th time we've been in the playoffs in the first round. That's a pretty phenomenal number when you think about it. So while being in the playoffs is kind of the norm, the opponent isn't.
Yeah,
we've never played Jasper before, and so the Vikings will make the trip from Walker County. They are a really good football team.
Oh, absolutely, man. And Coach Reeves, he's done a really good job. I think this is his 3rd year of building and putting his imprint on it. He used to recruit our school when he was defense coordinator over at UAB. And so, we look forward to the challenge and opportunity to compete against these guys.
So when we talk about them, statistically, we're very similar defensively, have kind of allowed the same number of points per game. They're pretty stingy on that side of the ball.
Yeah, man, they do a good job. He's a really good defensive-minded coach. They do a real good job of taking away what you really like to do.
And then offensively, they're a top 10 squad. They've scored a lot of points on offense. What's the key to limiting what they try to do?
Well, eliminate the big plays. We got to stop the run. That's the biggest thing we got to do. We got to stop the run and not give up the big play.
So keys to the game in round 1 for the Titans.
Hey, keys to the game is, again, we talked about this all the time, and I don't think this will change. Eliminating penalties, foolish penalties and things like that. We can't start behind the chains on offense, and defensively we cannot allow them to have multiple big plays and be able to clock management. We got to get them off the field.
So with that being said, hope to see you on Friday night for round 1 of the playoffs here at Titan Stadium between the Gaston City Titans and the Vikings from Jasper. The broadcast team will open the broadcast at 5:30, which is 30 minutes earlier this week. But we hope that you'll come out, watch the Titans take on the Vikings, and get ready for round 2. Thanks again to Bobby Ledbetter and the folks at Twin City Used Cars for their support of Titan football. And as always, go Titans.